Hey guys, welcome back. Now, having spent 10 hours going through the Ark Invest big ideas for 2022, I'd noticed they'd been making some pretty big price predictions. First, I covered how Ethereum could 75x, then how Bitcoin could 40x, and today, marking the end of this unplanned trilogy, will be how the crypto market itself will be doing a 30x according to Ark Invest research. And so we'll be looking at the crypto revolution going on right now, then the world of digital wallets and the big milestone that they've just reached. And then we'll dig into how the crypto market will 30x in just 8 years from now. As always, if you do enjoy anything in the video, then drop a like. Always appreciated. Okay, following is the data and research just released by Ark Invest. Ready to find out how the crypto market will be exploding higher over the coming years? Let's do this. So to begin, Ark Invest put forward a very simple structure to what is going on with crypto. And they put it into 3 distinct categories, which they called their revolutions. We have the money revolution, the financial revolution, and the internet revolution. Now, we covered the money revolution in the last video, which had to do with Bitcoin. And this was going from fiat currencies and central banking over to a global, decentralized, non-state money. In the first video, I covered the financial revolution, which was all about traditional finance getting rebuilt in a decentralized way, and Ethereum was powering this forward. And we also have the internet revolution, which is going from corporate-owned platforms over to user-owned web. And so this video and crypto is the whole shebang. And it's blockchain technology that is leading this innovation. So here they're just highlighting the status quo, which is the current system, which is centralized. So it's central authorities that mediate the network activity. It's closed source, meaning that it's all behind closed doors and at the discretion of companies and platforms and regulators. It's corporate run, which often excludes network participants, and it's also permissioned by geography and regulation. And it's all moving over to a public blockchain infrastructure, being decentralized, where the whole thing is spread across all different computers. It's open source, which means everyone can access it. It's all open, auditable, and coordinated by users and stakeholders, going from corporations to users who can then facilitate everything through a fairer system of checks and balances, and also permissionless, which means anyone with an internet connection can now participate and move the innovation forward. Now, moving on to the segment which is exploding, and this is the world of digital wallets. And a big milestone has just been reached. So they're highlighting here one of the traditional financial services companies, JP Morgan. Over the decades, they had to go through a series of mergers and acquisitions to build up their client base. But more recently, we have PayPal's Venmo and Square's or Block's Cash App, which have exploded onto the scene and are growing at a much faster rate. And what took JP Morgan over 30 years, they've been able to do in about 10. And the big milestone that was reached is that digital wallets are now the #1 payment method offline and online. So of the different ways to pay, we've got digital wallets, you've got credit cards, debit cards, bank transfers, or cash. Now for e-commerce, it has been digital wallets that was the preferred choice since about 2017, but it's only recently that now point of sale, so in-store purchases, digital wallets have now flipped everything else, and this is now the #1 payment choice. And interestingly, this innovation actually comes from China. That's right, the closed system of China with things like Alipay and WeChat Pay. So maybe a closed system is not too bad for innovation after all. Now, there's two parts to the coin when businesses are trying to get you and your digital wallet. One side is the cost of acquisition. So how much does it cost these businesses to acquire you as a customer? And traditionally, this has been about $750. And if you take into account all the different bank branches, then obviously this is much higher. So remember, $750 to acquire you. Well, these new innovations are as low as $1 or $5. And then once they've acquired you, it's how much money can they make from you, which is the other side of the coin. And Ark Invest estimate that each digital wallet user is worth about $22,000, normally taken from you via fees. And these are the main different methods: through your spending and saving account, through making payments, personal credit, loans, credit cards, mortgages, insurance, investing, Web3, and normal commerce. So it's a very lucrative business model. These new companies are now spending $1 to acquire you, but they're able to mine about 22,000. So clearly an extremely profitable business. Other parts of crypto exploding, we all know, is NFTs. In fact, we can't go anywhere without hearing the latest things from NFTs. It seems every major company is now getting involved, and these have just exploded in 2021, generating $21 billion of sales, and it seems there's no slowdown for 2022 as well. The main categories right now being collectibles, art, virtual worlds, gaming, and utilities. Now, I don't think NFTs are a good name, and we're probably going to see this change shortly. I mean, come on, non-fungible token. Who named that? Seriously. And it's basically just a unique digital asset. So NFTs are going to splinter off into hundreds of different categories, which is why I really can't see this name lasting. One of the huge up-and-coming industries is this evolution of gaming. And this will become a huge part of the metaverse as well. Starting all the way back in just 1970 with Pong and Pac-Man. Then they changed the business model into pay-to-play, where you would buy your games individually. The innovation continued into free-to-play, which opened up the new business model of gaming as a service. And then because of crypto and innovations like Axie Infinity, we now have the new play and earn model, where as you play your games, you're actually able to earn income. And thanks to crypto and Web3, we can see that people spending money online is going to explode. So Ark was showing that it was going from about 1.5 trillion to about 5 trillion. But because of crypto, this is going to ramp up and now expected to be over 12 trillion. So Cathie Wood had started her company on these 5 innovation platforms: AI, battery technology, blockchain robotics, and genome sequencing. Now, I can only assume this is a typo. I think this should be 2022, and it shows the current size of the market as we stand. And then this is the projection of how big it's going to get. And then the growth rate, the CAGR being compound annual growth rate each year to get there. And for blockchain technology, currently about 1.4 trillion, and they're projecting it to get to 49 trillion, growing at 43% per year. Now, just to give you some perspective, the S&P 500 on average grows about 10% a year. And world famous investor Warren Buffett is well known for being able to grow his wealth at 20% per year. So for blockchain to be growing at 43% would be huge. And of the 5, it looks like it's outpacing everything apart from robotics. And how does this compare to the global asset classes? So in the trillions of dollars, 220 trillion, we have global real estate, we have global bonds, the global money supply, M2, global equities, and gold. And so they're projecting the crypto market will be around about here. So about 5 times the size of gold. But just bear in mind, 8 years from now, all of these will be bigger. So although it would be 50% of the equity market today, in 8 years it probably is going to be a smaller part. And so wrapping this all up, they are projecting just Bitcoin itself to grow to almost 30 trillion. They had said Ethereum could be going to 20 trillion. Now, if my math is correct, that's already 50 trillion, which is what they're saying blockchain is going to grow to, which doesn't leave a lot of room for the remaining 17,000 cryptos. So make of that what you will. Maybe Bitcoin and Ethereum will be doing a bit less. Maybe this is just a low estimate, and maybe it should have been 60, 70, 80 trillion. I'll leave that calculation up to you. So, all in all, Cathie Wood and the team at Ark Invest are clearly very bullish on the crypto market. So, to sum up, Cathie Wood has built her company around the 5 high-growth innovation platforms, and she believes that blockchain over the next 8 years will be growing at a compound annual growth rate of 43%. Now, remember, the S&P 500 grows on average 10% per year, and Warren Buffett, world's greatest investor, is well known for being able to grow his wealth at about 20% per year. So 43% is going to be making a lot of new millionaires for sure. We have Bitcoin aiming to be the new global monetary system. We have Ethereum and others rebuilding the financial services industry entirely. And we have NFTs, DAOs, Web3, Metaverse, all taking the internet to the next level. And I'm happy to say I too will also be investing in this technology, as I believe it will at least outperform the S&P over the coming years. So there you are, guys. This now ends this little trilogy on Ark Invest big ideas for 2022. Hope you enjoyed. What do you think about this big, bold prediction for the crypto market from Cathie Wood? Let me know below. But for now, just to say, if you did enjoy anything in the video, then drop a like, and a big thank you to everyone who does. If you haven't yet subscribed, click below and join us. Got some great videos coming up that you don't want to miss. To check out Blockfi's special offer for February, see the link below. Okay, cheers guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.